What's up, Gorilla Gang? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are on freaking planet Earth. Big two things have happened this weekend, right? There was a freaking GoFundMe situation, and you have the ApeFest, which is driving people, in different opinions, in different directions, and you've got sort of a lot of opinions and a lot of noise that's kind of circulating on the internet, whether it be Twitter, Reddit, YouTube, blah, 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 the whole spiel here. There's a lot of stuff that's kind of happened, and I wanted to give you essentially my explanation on these two topics. So I'm going to talk about this GoFundMe that was essentially put together by Wes Christian and this man down here named Chad Brewer, because I had donated $300 to this GoFundMe, and I want to speak on this in case you donated money to it and you want to make a decision based on whatever facts have come out, whatever opinions you have about that whole situation. I also want to talk about the ApeFest overall, right? This whole situation and what's going on here with this essentially opportunity to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of the Apes, right? So I'm going to start off here with the GoFundMe. Now, the reason that I even came to know of this is Wes Christian, who is an accredited lawyer, who is well known for essentially being a part of taking down Overstock and all that market manipulation stuff that had happened around that company. He decided to step out and say, look, I want to essentially file a lawsuit against some of these big players who are manipulating the market. Exactly what AMC stock stands for. He went on Matt Core's live stream and he brought him on. They had a conversation. He said, look, I'm going to have this GoFundMe. If you want to donate money to this, feel free to do so. If not, it's all right. It's your money. Do with it what you want to do, right? And what ended up happening that was not very highly talked about and probably not predictable until everything blew up is this Chad Brewer guy, right? So when you have an accredited lawyer, a guy with a pretty decent resume who's done some cool things, go on a live stream and say, this is what I'm going to do, he's held to a higher standard. That man is held to a higher standard in terms of what he does with with his words and with his money and with other people's money. He's held to a higher standard. So in my brain, thinking these things, and this is where I was wrong, and I'll always come out and admit to people when I'm wrong and when I make mistakes. Where I was wrong is not questioning who this Chad Brewer guy is, because Chad Brewer, I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm not here to essentially defamate anybody. This is your decision and your opinion to make. Has a history of fraudulence, and I don't know what the degree is. I don't know what he did. I don't know what his actions were. I don't know what the repercussions were. But there's a lot of justifiably so, opinions about him being the one to organize this overall fundraiser. Now, like I said, where I went wrong is I did not question before I donated $300 who this Chad Brewer guy is. I had faith in Wes Christian and what he represented with this whole lawsuit ordeal, and that this is going to a good cause. Now, I'm not here to even say that this is a legitimate GoFundMe or if it's not a legitimate GoFundMe. I think only time will tell for that. But what I am here to say is there are things that are definitely sketchy about it that you should see some answers for if you are going to decide to put money into this GoFundMe. I had put $300 in it, and I retweeted this GoFundMe link on my Twitter. So where I owe you guys something essentially is saying, look, with the information that I had, I thought it was a pretty solid opportunity. If you wanted to put money into it, so be it. If you didn't, that's your money. That's your call. You do what you want to do. But this Chad Brewer situation, man, it's definitely raised some questions. And if you want to take your money out of this GoFundMe, you can definitely do that. I'm going to drop this link in the description box down below if you want to request a refund for your overall, if you did donate money to this GoFundMe, you can do that, right? I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm not here to make that decision for you. I'm just here to offer you the explanation of where, why I shared this, why I donated money, and where my mistake was, because I owe that to you, right? I don't always get things right, and this was an opportunity in which I didn't get it right. I donated money to something without fully understanding what the full picture is here. I didn't know who this guy was. I didn't know who Chad Brewer is. I trusted Wes Christian as a lawyer would, have a pretty solid team of guys that's working with him, and I'm sure he does. I don't know the whole story, and I'm not going to pretend that I do, right? There's a lot of things that I'm sure people don't know about this whole ordeal, but what I wanted to offer you essentially is if you want to take your money out, you can do that. Just like I said, the link will be down below. You can check that out. That's your own opinion to make. But does this affect the AMC stock? Does it affect the overall squeeze? Is the situation any different? Are we sitting any different than we were a week ago, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago in terms of the shorts have not covered their positions, the apes are still here, and there's still systemic problems within the stock market? All three of these things are the same. So the squeeze scenario is the same. This is something that will pass. Okay, so that's kind of what I've got in terms of an opinion here. Honestly, I'm pretty frustrated. I'm frustrated with the things that have happened this weekend, as I'm sure most people are. It's crazy stuff. So the next thing I want to talk about is this overall ApeFest situation, right? Because there's I've seen all these different Reddit articles essentially, offering some criticism in terms of different things that are going on with this ApeFest, whether it be being labeled as market collusion, whether it be these bots that are promoting it on YouTube, which is something that I am really having a hard time thinking about as well. But we'll kind of talk about that here in a little bit, whether it be transparency, whether it be, YouTubers getting paid to promote this, which by the way, I am not. I fully disclose I am receiving no payment to go to this event. I'm receiving no payment to promote this event. I'm not receiving any payment for sales. I have no affiliation in terms of how much revenue these guys produce on a day-to-day basis. What I want to offer you is this. Money, right? Let's think money real quick, because the big argument that I've seen, probably the biggest one, is these two things. The stock hasn't closed yet, and why would I put my money into this and go to this festival if I could just put that into AMC stock? But I offer you this, reflecting on my own life, right? Something that I like to indulge in to entertain myself is two things: food and a good haircut. I like both those things. I like to have a nice, fresh cut, get my weekly haircut on Friday or Saturday every single week. And I eat out a lot, right? I like to go to Subway. I like to go to Arby's. I like to sit down for a burger and a beer at different breweries in the town here, right? Those are things that I like to do. Just say on a month-to-month basis that I spend, I don't know, $150 on haircuts, and I spend $500 on food. Should I stop getting my haircuts every single week because it's something that I like doing? Should I stop going to these restaurants because it's something that I like doing to entertain myself and to indulge, and instead put that into AMC stock? I don't think so. I don't think anybody on planet Earth can dictate what people do with their money. That's the beauty of your money, is it's your money. We never want to put, as individual people, so much money into something that we're over leveraged to the point where it becomes an emotional sort of roller coaster. That's, of course, your decision to make. I mean, if you want to go all in on the stock, then by all means, it's your money. That's your decision. I'm not here to make that for you. But I think in the same way, it's not right to criticize people for essentially, buying a $150 ticket for the cheapest ticket to go and have fun for 3 days and get free freaking food and watch some music and have fun and just let loose. I don't think it's right to criticize. I really don't. I think in the grand scheme of things, this isn't a distraction. It's not this guy that's organized this, Wall Street Viking, that's his name in my Discord. He's been around since January. He's been in the Discord since January. This guy spent $1,500 to freaking, check this out. He spent $1,500 to fly a plane over a beach. Look at this. And it says AMC to the moon. I mean, this guy literally paid out of pocket $1,500 to spread this message. I mean, he's with the apes, man. He's been with the apes. He, out of his own pocket, made that happen. If this thing will ever freaking render, hold on a second, let me pause this. All right, check this out. AMC stock to the moon, right here. This guy did this out of his own pocket. I mean, he literally just wanted to spread good vibes, positivity, and a good message for the overall people. Now, I understand some of these criticisms, right? The squeeze hasn't happened yet. Why would we celebrate? Why would I put my money into this when I can just buy the stock? What's up with these bots? Which the bots, man, I've got no explanation because they're not tied with hedge funds. These guys are literally just everyday people like you and me. They're people. This guy, Wall Street Viking, this is just what he does for a living. He helps organize shows and festivals and does that sort of thing to essentially just let people have fun. It's entertainment. Here's a hypothetical, right? Let's say that you wanted to watch a UFC McGregor fight. McGregor fight costs pay-per-view, I don't know, maybe $150, $200. If every single person who was watching a McGregor fight didn't instead buy, instead of buying that fight, watching it on pay-per-view, just put it in the AMC stock, you know what happened? The stock would go up $50. But is it my place or anybody's place to tell people how to spend their money? Absolutely not. I can't do that. Nobody can do that. That's your money. If you want to entertain yourself, we live real lives, people. We really do. And I don't think it's fair to anybody to criticize how they spend their money as long as it's not harming other people. And is ApeFest going to be harming other people? The only argument that I can see for that is market collusion. And that's really not what this is about. It's an opportunity to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of what I would call a new breed in the stock market. The apes. The freaking apes, man. It's just an opportunity to go out, have fun, have some drinks if you'd like to do so, dance a little bit, listen to some music, eat some good food, meet some awesome people, and have conversations and listen to stories and tell your why, whatever it may be. It's not, that's all that it is. It's a celebration of the apes. It's even transcending beyond just the stock itself, it's just to have fun, man. I mean, if you want to view it in any sort of way, view it as it's around the same time as New Year's. I'll tell you what, New Year's, 4th of July, all these big holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever it may be, people like to go out and do fun things. They like to go hang out with friends, family, go to festivals, go to Vegas, go to Europe, wherever they want to go, spend their money, have fun, let loose. If that's something that you can do, by all means, feel free. It's your money, man, or woman. It's your money, right? I'm not here to dictate what you want to do with it. So if you don't want to go to the festival, that's totally fine. I don't care. You do what you want to do. I'm going because I want to let loose for a weekend because I work freaking 5 to 6 days a week, 12 to 14-hour days, and I look forward to having a couple-day break to just freaking kick it, to have a couple beers, to meet people and tell some stories and just freaking party. I mean, literally, that's all that it is. But if you do not want to go, I don't think it's fair to criticize other people who are in different financial situations than you and tell them that they shouldn't be doing this, that it's a hedgy plan, that it's something that's being run by Citadel, because Citadel owns some ownership in MGM. Get this, Citadel's top 50 advisor holdings: Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Microsoft, Visa, Google. Dude, if you don't want to support Citadel, this is the problem with Citadel, is they are literally rooted in every living facet of the stock market in the U.S. economy. These guys are a freaking monopoly. The amount of liquidity and money they have is spread across so many freaking things that you'd have to literally just live in a box. You'd live in a box if you didn't want to be associated with anything that these guys are doing. Does that make it a right answer? Absolutely not. Should a freaking any sort of firm have this much control over the market? Absolutely not. But what can we realistically do? You can avoid MGM if you want. You don't have to get a hotel there. There's a bunch of hotels in Vegas if that's something you want to do. But this is a stretch. This is a stretch. I really can't get behind what's being passed along about this ApeFest thing. Timing? Sure. This isn't a celebration of the squeeze. It's a celebration of the people, the apes, the coming together of essentially something freaking beautiful that honestly gave me life, that gave these guys life, that gave other people life. To celebrate freaking... It's been a hard weekend, man. Look, I wear my heart on my sleeve. I do. And sometimes that kicks me in the balls. And I get it. But I don't regret that. I don't regret being authentic and telling people what I think about stuff. If I thought ApeFest was bullshit, man, I'd just fucking tell you. I would. I absolutely would. I've got no reason to lie to you guys. I'm not getting paid by these guys. They're not paying me shit. I have known this guy for literally 6 months. This dude spent $1,500 out of his own pocket to support the apes and show his love for the freaking community. And to sit here and attack these guys without even fully understanding what's happening because some freaking guy on a Reddit thread somewhere said these guys are being run by Citadel. This is money that could be going to the stock market in AMC and GameStop or whatever it may be, whatever stock you support. That's bullshit. And I'll say that right now. That's bullshit. Because nobody on planet Earth is here to tell you how to spend your money. I'm not here to do that. That guy's not here to do that. Nobody on planet Earth is here to do that. You're there to do that. That's your money. If you want to go to ApeFest, man, do it. If you want to send money to a freaking GoFundMe, do it. If you want to buy the stock, then do it. All that I ask is that you have a plan and you know what you're doing. It's your money, man. Come on. We're people. We're people. We're people. We're people. We're people. This does not affect the stock. The squeeze is literally in motion. Whatever happens, whatever pans out is going to be what it is. This ApeFest thing is not going to kill the squeeze. It's not going to affect the squeeze. It's literally just a freaking weekend get-together party, man. It's just to have fun. I'm passionate, man. I care about everybody. And literally the last 24 hours, I've just shut off my internet because it just kills me. It really does. It freaking hurts to see this much fighting about stuff that really, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't matter. I mean, it doesn't. Who cares? If you want to spend $150 to go watch a freaking music festival, then do it. You want to spend $200 on a UFC fight? Do it. You want to go buy a new car? Do it. I don't care. It's your money. You do what you got to do. Let's love each other. I mean, seriously. The stock market's a cold place. It's It's a fucking cold place. It's tough. Some people lose a lot of money in the stock market. Some people make a lot of money in the stock market. It goes both ways. But you know what's better than that? You know how we overcome that sort of thing as people? By being good to each other. By supporting through the freaking hard times and the cold times that happen. It's not by separation and this and that and these guys are canceled and these guys are good and these guys because they support this and their money goes here and their money goes here. As long as what is happening is legitimate, has good intentions, it serves a purpose of entertainment like this does or education, whatever it may be, there's nothing wrong with this, man. It's just not. If you don't want to go because you don't feel like you're celebrating anything yet, that's on you. That's fine. I'm not arguing that at all. I mean, that's ultimately your decision. I'm not here to tell you how to spend your money, but don't tell people how to spend their money. That's bullshit. I love you guys. I seriously do. It's just because I care. I mean, seriously. I don't know how I can show that any more than this, so. All right. That's what I've got for this video, so much love to everybody. I hope you all had a good weekend. Peace.